Welcome back to Life Notes with Peris. And today I'm so excited because we're going to be discussing how to enjoy your singleness as you wait for Mr. Right. So let's dive in. What do we exactly mean by self-love? Self-love is actually self-awareness. Being aware of who you are, loving yourself in your own skin, appreciating you regardless of what someone else out there would say about you. I'm talking to that girl that looks at the mirror and says, no, I'm not enough, or this is not me, I would like to be like so and so, or I wish my eyes looked like this. And I just want to remind you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Not just in your image, but in God's image. Therefore, when you are aware that your identity is actually rooted in God, your identity has a higher meaning that someone somewhere that is greater than any human being loves you. They love you fully, and that is God. So when you're going back to that mirror, remember, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Whether you're wearing makeup or not, that self-awareness should be something that boils out. It glows from the inside out. How do we then show love to ourselves? We show love to ourselves by appreciating our own achievements. I know in life we all have achievements that we have gone through. Maybe you just passed that KCSE, or you just passed that degree, or you just got a new job. It's important to remind yourself that you know what? Nobody will clap for you better than you. You've got to love you. Celebrate you. Look forward to the you that is growing, that is glowing. You need to appreciate that person. Despite the pressures of society and the kind of expectation that the society is looking up to you, it's always good to remind yourself that, you know what? I'm the one who worked hard on this, and I need to celebrate me. I'm the one who went through this education, and there is no one that will treat me better than me. It is learning to understand that the only person that knows the struggles, the pain, the tears that you've gone through in life is just you. And that person needs to celebrate themselves. So how do we handle pressure from society? You've reached that age, you've just finished your campus, and everyone is looking forward to you getting married. They're telling you you've now finished campus, you need to get married. You have a job, you need to get married. You need to be having children at this age. That's society's pressure, their expectation about your life. But the reality is, you're the only driver, the only architect of that life. And you've got to make your own choices and your own boundaries. And you have to make choices that will actually be meaningful, not just to the now, but also to the future. You're making a choice to live with someone for the rest of your life. You know what's amazing? When it comes to marriage, you're making a choice to live longer years with this partner than the years you actually lived alone. And therefore, it's always important to love your alone time. Someone says, when you love being alone, you will know whether you are loving someone out of loneliness or actually out of love. Because sometimes we find ourselves in relationships not because we have looked at our morals, our behaviors, our values, but simply because we are feeling alone. We feel lonely, and that pushes us into getting into what the society is expecting of us. And you just find yourself hooked up into a relationship that really never meant well. But because of the society's pressure, you're in there and you're now regretting it. So what I would advise someone, look at your boundaries and see, what exactly do I want? So what are some of those small things that we do to ourselves just to appreciate ourselves? Taking yourself out, treating yourself to a nice meal, just going out there, meeting up with a friend that you love, having that girl talk time, relaxing together, talking over, having someone you can respect, someone you can trust, someone you can share your fears, your worries, and you can be sure that this person is actually directing you in the right way. So when it comes to self-love, it also comes up with what we talk of pursuing your own passions. What exactly do you love doing? Some of us love hiking. Others would say, I love sewing, I love crocheting, pursuing those goals. Or I would want to put up a business. I want to put up a school. All those dreams should not wait until you get Mr. Right. You should pursue your dream. And guess what? Let the Mr. Right find you as you are pursuing that dream. Someone was just wondering, does really pursuing your self-love change the kind of partner that you're going to have in future? And I would say, yes, it does. Because at this level, you already know what you love, you know your passions, you know what you are up to, you have a clear vision of where you're going. So you're not trying to second guess exactly what you're doing. So you're already ready, as in you have a roadmap of where you're going. And with that roadmap, you will be able to easily tell, is this the man I really want? Is he moving in the same direction as I'm moving? Or am I in the right place? Does he treat me right? Does he treat me in the way that I would love to be treated? Because you know what? I've treated myself before. When I'm alone and just going out there, I usually tell myself, my alone is so sweet that I will only allow you in if you're sweeter than my solitude. And that means that your aloneness is not meaning loneliness. Your aloneness means that you are quietly in love with that moment when you're just alone. You enjoy being alone without feeling lonely. Because the truth is, when you hook up with the wrong person, you may actually be married, but be the most lonely person in your life. And how do you get lonely? It's because what you really desired to do, what they love, what you love, it does not come together. You want to go out for a hike, that's not what they love. You want to have a dinner out, that's not what they love. So at the end of the day, you find yourself that you're pushing yourself to love something that you don't like. And at the end of the day, you feel lonely. Yet, you know that you're going to be with someone who you call a partner. So on this day, we just decided to go out with my girlfriends. And here we are at Tufaha Resort, enjoying the meal. I had a salad. I love salads. Yeah, because sometimes I like staying healthy. Apart from going to the gym, I had a Caesar salad with some chicken. And I would say their meals are really wow. I loved how they cook, the presentation, to something that I'll do again. So if you're feeling like you want to go and just love yourself some you, yeah, you're in the right place. And as we wind up on this episode, I just want to talk to that woman who is feeling desperate. You feel like the society is pressurizing you. Get married tomorrow. You're too old. What are you waiting for? If not, just get a baby. They're telling you to get a baby and then have a load of someone's child that is not going to have a father. Just reminding you it's important to wait. There's something called the power of waiting, and it's important for you to wait. and to remind yourself, you know what? You are whole. Take yourself out. Treat yourself. Just remind yourself that no one will treat you better than you. Just be comfortable in your skin. Stick to your boundaries. And remember what? God has a wonderful and beautiful plan for you. The Bible says He has good and beautiful plans for us, to give us a hope and a future. And therefore, I want to remind you that God is still working on you, and He still has a partner for you. And yours is to wait and prepare yourself for that golden moment. So I just wish to remind you, I hope you enjoyed the girl talk. This was some time to just have some girl talk. And guess what? Let us know, what is that self-love habit that you love doing? Or what exactly is that mindset shift that came to your life and you discovered, you know what? I need to love myself more. See you on the comment section. Remember, this is Life Notes with Peris, reminding you to keep believing in yourself.